36 alien races live in the Milky Way galaxy, our galaxy that is, and humans are composed of 22 different alien races, says famous astronaut. It's believed that only one intelligent species exists on Earth, and that is Homo sapiens, modern humans. However, there are hypotheses that other intelligent entities existed in our solar system and on Earth living among us. According to the University of Nottingham, there must be at least 30 active extraterrestrial civilizations in our galaxy. However, the critical question is, did any of them attempt to contact Earth inhabitants? Anj Shrivastava, Infinity Explorer, says, it's believed that only one intelligent species exists on Earth, and that's Homo sapiens, modern humans. But hypothesis that other intelligent entities exist in our solar system and on Earth living among us, according to University of Nottingham, there must be at least 30 ET civilizations in our galaxy. The critical question is, did any of them attempt to contact us? Well, no official records of the same exist among us. However, a few government officials have verbally verified the extraterrestrial contact and their regular visits to our planet. Of course, ancient texts are full of these type of encounters. In 1837, the Scottish scientist Thomas Dick estimated that there are at least 22 billion aliens living on every surface of the solar system. Other sources indicate 22 trillion. He had a grand idea, which was to construct, quote, a massive triangle or ellipsis of several miles in extent in Siberia or any other country for aliens to observe with an unassisted eye, though it may, something like the Nazca lines, but huge. Though it must seem completely ludicrous, such thoughts assist the human consciousness in expanding the exploration of enormous universe. Additionally, there are reports of artificial structures being discovered in various locations throughout the solar system. The narrative, popularly referred to as the Great Moon Hoax, was published in the New York Sun in 1835 under the pseudonym of astronomer John Herschel, claiming to have discovered life on the moon. Herschel reportedly built a massive telescope in South Africa that magnified celestial bodies up to 42,000 times. He saw enormous monsters and humans on the moon when he pointed at it. The story later becomes the world's most famous media hoax. However, is this the case? Dr. Nolan discussed UFOs, alien civilizations, crashed materials, and possession of UFO material in a podcast with Lex Fridman, research scientist and lecturer at MIT. And Fridman asked Dr. Nolan, how many alien civilizations are there in the universe? He replied, innumerable. I would just be surprised. What a waste of all that space just for us. What kinds of empires have risen and fallen across that space that we'll never know about? And is not that sad to not know about something so grand, end quote. Could any alien race be in contact with human race? Contact with intelligent life other than humans is not just a modern conspiracy, but is mentioned in ancient texts. The Sumerian texts likely hint that the supernatural beings, the Anunnaki, that came from heaven. This was even highlighted by former Apollo astronaut Al Worden. Al Worden said, we are the aliens, but we just think they are somebody else. But we are the ones who came from somewhere else because somebody else had to survive, and they got into little spacecraft, then came here and landed, and they started civilization here. And if you don't believe me, go get the books on ancient Sumerians and see what they have to say. They'll tell you right up front. Now, the CIA declassified around 12 million pages of information in 2017, exposing previously unknown details about the program dubbed the Stargate Project. The CIA documents detail one experiment in which the project's most prominent medium, Joseph McMoneagle, was promised an astral voyage to Mars approximately 1 million years BC. In 1984, he was able to observe the civilization that existed on the Red Planet at that time. McMoneagle said, I just keep seeing very large people. They appear thin and tall, but they're very large, and they're wearing some kind of strange clothes, he said. Another account on the encounter comes from the late John Lear, a CIA pilot. Lear discussed a July 1987 incident in which a massive UFO allegedly tracked a cargo jet over Anchorage, Alaska, and in 1975 incident in which UFOs allegedly lingered over Strategic Air Command sites. In the interview for On the Record, a 30-minute television show broadcast on KLAS TV in Las Vegas in late summer 1987, investigative journalist George Knapp questioned Lear about the church's position on UFOs. Lear said, "The problem is not only just the fact that there are 5 and as many as 10 different civilizations visiting us, apparently, and this is from the research that I've done, at least 90% of them are hostile. And when I say hostile, if not hostile, they have a completely different set of morals than we do," Lear said. Lear made several assertions during his interview with Coast to Coast AM radio program that may be difficult for anyone to accept. He stated that in 1953, a UFO collided with an extraterrestrial named EBE-3, who assisted the US government in developing alien technology spacecraft. Then he stated that in 1962, a craft capable of traveling at amazing speeds was constructed to transport passengers and deliver them to the moon in less than 60 seconds. NASA launched a mission to Mars in 1966, he said. And what's more, humans there were adapted to breathe in the thin atmosphere. Additionally, John Lear stated that NASA astronauts visited Mars in 1966. Additionally, Lear felt that astronauts had been preparing for this journey for an extended period of time. They injected various medications into humans to aid in their adaptation to Martian climate conditions. According to NASA, because the astronauts could breathe rarefied Martian air, NASA was able to launch humans to the Red Planet for an extended period of time. Another case sheds additional light on the human origins. Alex Collier is a well-known alien contactee who claimed to have been in contact with aliens from the constellation Andromeda for over 30 years. Their relationship lasted decades and involved many trips to alien spaceships and psychic connections. Numerous well-known UFO enthusiasts regarding Alex as believable, at least in the sense that he attempts to relay as much information as possible regarding his contacts with the Andromedans. And according to Alex Collier, his first meeting with the Andromedans occurred in 1964. He'd been in frequent and persistent communication with them since 1985, and in 1993 he began attending seminars where he began sharing with the public the information he acquired from the aliens. In 1997, he received a threat from unknown individuals ordering that he cease distributing the material, and he took it really seriously and remained silent until 2002. Collier stated in his last lecture before retiring from the UFO lecture circuit in 2002 that the ancient alien race known as the founders, quote-unquote, are responsible for creating the environments on planets and making them habitable. And according to the Andromedans, the Pleiadians, this ancient race was known as the Patal, Paatal. He even stated the aliens were capable of removing moons in order to shift the planet's orbit around the sun in order to regulate the amount of radiation. According to reports, Andromedans are capable of creating a solar system. And Collier asserts that humans are comprised of 22 extraterrestrial races. In 1994, he stated in an interview that all human existence originated in the constellation Lyra, and he stated that Andromedan aliens were identical to humans in every manner. They stood between 4 to 8 feet tall, possessed white and blue skin. He even discussed the missing children, impending New World Order, evil forces gripping world leaders, the presence of reptilian aliens, and conceding the Collier case, there may be some truth in the statement made by former Canadian Minister of Justice Paul Hellyer that aliens not only exist but are present on Earth among us, and he stated that 4 alien species have been visiting Earth for thousands of years. Paul Hellyer, who possessed high government authority during the Cold War in the 1960s, claimed to have discovered for definite the existence of aliens during his military service, and according to him, aliens have been visiting the Earth for millennia. The behavior of extraterrestrials towards humans is classified into two categories, positive and negative. And in the instance of astronaut Edgar Mitchell, the aliens are described as nonviolent, whereas Lear describes them as hostile. Humans may come into contact with both friendly and hostile alien civilizations. And this article was originally published by Infinity Explorers on Collective Spark here. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.